If you are back today with me after yesterday's technical difficulty, thank you. And one thing I did learn from yesterday's video is that some of you actually watched the video at least until the middle. So I'm very grateful for those of you that watch at least to the middle, and very thankful that you let me know that the volume cut out in the middle of yesterday's video after the shoe dance. But what happened was I failed yesterday to put my phone in airplane mode. And so as I was recording, a call came in and you saw me do this. And right when I do that is when I was swiping away the notification of the call. And that is when the volume stopped. So I've learned my lesson. Make sure I'm in airplane mode before I start filming. So let's talk about today's over 50 OOTD. But before we get to clothes and jewelry and the like, I want to tell you about a new foundation that I'm trying out today. So I'm not recommending it at this point because I've just put it on. So I will let you know tomorrow or later tonight what I think about the foundation. So don't go and buy it yet, okay? Because I don't know. But I think that it was Nina Poole who recommended these. And I could not try them because they're $5 or $5-ish a piece, maybe $6. This is LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. All right, it's backwards, I know. But LA Colors Truly Matte is what you need to know. And I mixed the foundations. I only mixed 2 colors of the same formulation. LA Colors Truly Matte. And I have mixed the color Natural with the color Sand. And you can see how different those colors are. So this is very light beigey and this is very golden tanny. So I am mixing these 2 colors together for my skin tone. And I do have a warm olive golden undertone. So you can kind of see that mixing these 2 should be right. And I feel like it looks probably better than any other foundation that I have been wearing so far. But of course, this is, 30 minutes after I did my makeup. The only thing I did besides mixing these 2 colors is I sprayed setting spray on my tinfoil after I squirted out about 2 pumps of each of these. So 2 pumps on the tinfoil, about 3 sprays of whatever your favorite setting spray is. Mix those like paint on a palette, and then I pounced and put my foundation on. So we're going to see how these wear. And y'all, would it not be wonderful if we could add a $5 or a $6 foundation to our supply of foundations, and maybe once the more expensive ones we used up, we could just only pay $5? That would be amazing. That's what I'm hoping for. So stay tuned to know how that works out. I have on the Merle Norman lip. So we've got the Spiced Rose lip liner, the color that comes with it. Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW right in the pout. And over top of that is Physicians Formula Plumping Gloss in the color Pink Radiant Cut. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that all of those products are the exact same products that I use in my pinned lip tutorial. I believe that that is true. So if you are curious about the lip, if this might be your first time here, I do have a pinned video about my glasses and about my lip. Earrings are just my simple diamond hoops for my 50th birthday. I've got a stack, quite the stack of necklaces on today. This choker necklace right here is, I think, a rice pearl or a seed pearl necklace that my husband got me before we were married. We married 18 years and he got this for me before we were married. And this came from Mignon Faget over in New Orleans, and love this. Very sentimental and love this. These other gold necklaces that you're seeing are all costume, and most of them are connected on what is called a necklet. And I've shown this once before, but I'll show it again. And you can buy this, I'm sure, on Amazon or anywhere else. And it is a magnetic deal that you connect, or you see how you connect your necklaces, and you can put them at any lengths you want to. And then all you do is meet this little magnetic connector part in the back, and you have to fiddle with it and make sure that it's connected firmly and straight, which is kind of hard to do when you have a bunch of hair. But once that's connected back there, you don't have to actually fasten each individual strand, which is very nice. You just move your hair out of the way. And then now you've got all your necklaces on. So this is all Stella and Dot. This is Stella and Dot, and this is Stella and Dot engravables. This has my initials on it. Then I've got a J for my husband and a P for myself. So stackable necklaces, mainly costume. And right here, I've got stackable jewelry. This is all costume as well. These are my waxing poetic charms on an old Stella & Dot bangle. We've got Catherine Popesco. Not sure who these are. Have no idea. Probably Stella & Dot, but I don't see any kind of emblem. And usually on theirs, you've got some kind of insignia to tell you. So I really don't know who these are. And this for sure is Stella & Dot. I say for sure. I'm pretty sure for sure that that's what this is. Very old. All of this is very, very old. The jacket is a jacket that you saw me purchase over in Quarter Century in Laurel, Mississippi. Love Quarter Century. This is from Liverpool. And these colors on the tag say cream and artichoke. And then it says bird's eye. And I'm assuming that that is what they're calling this print. A bird's eye print. Not sure about that. But the tag says Liverpool artichoke and cream bird's eye. And this is a very nice, very stretchy, faux double-breasted blazer. There is no connection in the front, so it's an open work blazer, and I love it. It's super, super comfortable. For reference, I am 5'4". This morning I weighed about 140 pounds, 0.2 or 3. Can't remember, something like that. These, and this is a small in this jacket. I'll turn around so you can see it. And my tank underneath is any old V-neck tank would do, or a ribbed tank would do. This happens to be called Lana, and it is from Etc. And it's just a simple double knit fitted tank. My jean, we know how to say this now, Legence. These jeans are Legence, L'Agence, Legence. These are, ooh, I can't remember the cut. I only wear one cut from them, and now all of a sudden I can't remember the name of it. The Selma boot cut. They come in a 34-inch inseam, so I have to have about 5 inches cut off of them by my tailor or my alterations, the woman that does alterations for me. And I love these jeans. They are very flattering. They're very stretchy, and they're extremely comfortable, but they have, you know, a tailored look, and you can dress them up or dress them down, and I love it. Now let's talk about my belt. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this belt. This belt I bought from eBay. I am on a tear with these 80s cord stretch belts. So if you want to go to eBay or Poshmark, you can find these. You just type in vintage cord stretch belt, and you can find these. Some that have a nice piece of hardware here and some that don't. But I am loving these belts back from the 80s. I have one that was my mother's, either 1 or 2, and I've purchased a couple from some resale sites since wearing it here because I just fell so in love with it. Let's talk about the shoe of the day. The shoe of the day is a Pedro Garcia. This is a relatively new purchase, and I bought this big on sale from Maison Weiss in Jackson, Mississippi. If you went with me on that vlogging day, you saw that I picked these up. They are beautiful. They're kind of a cream color with a little bit of a metallic platform at the bottom, and the top here is a nice suede. Love the Velcro strap, but they don't look mama. So they're very easy to put on and off, and although they look like a big heel, because they're a platform, they feel more like a flap, so they're extremely comfortable. And that's what these look like. And the bag of the day is going to be the Speedy 40 in the My Heritage collection. And what My Heritage collection means is you choose your stripe style. You can do a center stripe or an angled stripe down here. You can choose your colors, and you can put initials on there if you want to. So this has my initials on it. So this is the bag of the day. Y'all stay tuned till tomorrow to find out how the foundation wore. I'll let you know all about it. And I also have a new hair tool that I used to get this look. It is a hair tool that my sister let me try out when we were recently on our Savannah trip this weekend, and I'm loving it. So tomorrow I'll give you an update on the hair tool and the foundation. Whatever you're doing today, dress up, y'all. It'll make you feel better. Really, it will. And I have a mood ring. I forgot to tell you more of my mood ring. Have a great day.